Welcome to CTV News Your Canada. It's Thursday, June 5th. We'll bring you profiles of fascinating Canadians and stories about your community. Thanks for watching.
Ice hockey back home, and then I played video games, watched it on TV, and the Oilers were the first team I kind of took a liking to.
Hockey plays an integral role in Brian and Nicola Shotton's lives. They met at a hockey game in Newcastle.
I was a hockey fan, but not of the Oilers. I didn't really know much about the Oilers, but then obviously we met at the ice hockey and we got married, and it sort of came with him. The Oilers came with Brian.
The couple is from Ashington, UK, approximately 6,500 kilometers away. They got married in September 2007. Their honeymoon featured plenty of ice, not in a drink by the pool, but at the Coliseum in Edmonton.
We delayed the honeymoon till October for the hockey. We wanted to make sure there was it 3 games we came to?
Yeah, we caught 3 games here and 1 in Toronto.
The couple has been busy since touching down this week. It includes several media requests, including the CTV Morning Live interview.
It's great seeing it on TV back home, but this is nothing going to compare to seeing it live in person.
He even got a surprise visit from former Oilers defenseman Kevin Lowe.
Kevin Lowe won 5 Stanley Cups and kind of typified what the Oilers were in the 80s, so it's nice to have that kind of link to that time and have that meet that person today of all days right in front of Rogers Place in the moss pit. Yeah, it was really special.
The two say Edmonton's hospitality keeps them coming back.
The city's great to us every time. People are so welcoming, and the team's just a massive part of that as well.
They have watched 38 Oiler games in person. Game 1 will be their first live playoff game. Nahreman, Issa, CTV News, Edmonton.
Creating connections. That's the basis for the 94th Annual Congress of Humanities and Social Sciences Conference, bringing people together for education, community, and culture.
Many other individuals who are just colleagues and community members who want to take a look at the role of higher education in society at large.
The conference is designed to be a melting pot, with special care paid to honor the Indigenous lands the school and city resides on.
With having such a significant conference here at George Brown College for the first time being held at a college, we wanted to make sure that there was a significant Indigenous presence throughout the conference as well.
Using song, dance, and storytelling, the Spring Creek dancers are participating throughout the conference, sharing the cultural tie from their ancestors to their current contemporary presence.
It's really important, and it's a really good opportunity. I'm really glad to be here. This location is very, very important to my people.
Expected to bring in thousands of students, policymakers, and members of the public, the conference is designed to explore reframing the idea of togetherness.
It's nice to see, other generations, coming out from different nations and seeing, the Indigenous history and also an Indigenous culture.
There are more educational events happening through to the end of the week, including Indigenous programming. For more information, you can visit georgebrown.ca. Jessica Smith, CTV News.
Chin-ups every day for weeks, taking turns on the bar with classmates and new friends.
I feel good. It's like a sense of community. There's other people helping you, cheering you on.
This chin-up challenge is dedicated to the students' loved ones who are going through their own struggles.
I'm doing chin-ups for a family member who is struggling with addiction, and I hope this movement encourages them to keep their chin up during their hardest battles.
I'm doing it for my mother, who's dealing with a lot right now: depression, divorce, and grief.
The message is, stay strong, says event co-organizer Jason Gannon.
To not give up, to not have their head down just because they might be down right now, but to keep that chin up, and we're going to do the same as an act of love for them.
Every year, the Leadership Class Project tests students' resilience in meaningful ways.
And challenge themselves in ways that they probably wouldn't have even thought of had they not come here and been put through rigorous academic and physical challenges.
Success should teach and inspire others to achieve their own greatness, just like how someone else's success teaches and inspires me how to achieve my own goals and success.
Like Olive Justicia Acosta, who went from not being able to do one pull-up to the chin-up champ, and who just got accepted into Dawson College.
In the future, I won't be as hesitant to take on difficult challenges.
My motivation is going to go way higher, my ego is going to go way higher, and I'm just going to feel like I'm able to do anything.
A powerful feeling for teenagers who are making their way forward in school and life.
Their energy, their emotions, their empathy has an outlet, and they're proud to tell that person that they're thinking about what they've done in honor of them.
Christine Long, CTV News.
And I'm going to give you a pin, too, that shows I'm 100.
With Ethel Pottery turning 100 years old this week, she joins a very special group.
Congratulations.
Pearly Health, hosting its annual Century Club event, recognizing residents aged 100 and older.
Well, it's a party I've never been to, but I've seen them before, so it's something that I'm excited to see.
20 members, ages 100 to 106, part of the celebration.
I don't feel like I'm 100.
For some, age is just a number. Pottery still has her driver's license.
I drive anywhere, all over. Down to the ballpark, back here, down to Manitic. Thank you very much.
Lou is 103.
What's it feel like?
To be 103?
Yeah.
Normal.
More than half of the Century Club are veterans. Like Rolly, who's 102. He fought during the Second World War.
I joined, I was 19.
Many here have witnessed and are part of history.
You may come to the point where you think there's not much more to learn. You've seen it all, or heard it all, and all that. But there's always something you can learn.
Friends, family, all celebrating together at the annual event. It started
as a way to really commemorate the growing population of people that are turning 100 or over, because it is a growing population.
So what's the secret to making it to and past 100?
I don't think there's a secret to that. My oldest daughter is 81, and I have a brother that's 100. I think it's the way you live. I guess common sense.
Never give up. That's my motto. Never give up.
Peter Sperling, CTV News.
She's been accepted to every university she applied to, and Rachel Samantov was at school when she learned about winning the TD Scholarship for Community Leadership.
I was in my French class. I was obsessively checking my emails for like a whole month, and I found out. I ran outside and I called my parents. It was very exciting.
She's been passionate about accessible healthcare and social justice issues since she was 12. Her science fair project in grade 9 was to create a computer simulation to allocate COVID-19 vaccine.
The biggest problem that we had at the time was how to distribute vaccines equally or equitably, right? There was a lot of discourse regarding that. And there was the problem of, how do we balance the economy with people's lives, which are invaluable, right?
She and her family traveled to Ottawa to accept the scholarship. Michael Samantov says Rachel has worked hard during high school to make a difference in her community.
Being recognized for the fact that, not for the fact that you're special, but for the fact that you actually are willing to take the risk and put the effort and achieve. So that sense of pride and that sense of confidence is something that can only have positive impact on very young people.
Rachel is planning to take the next year off and then head to the University of Toronto with her scholarship.
It's a huge help. So it just it gives you such a feeling of security going into university, because there's so much to worry about, right? It's, especially for me, I'm studying away from home.
And Rachel says math is her favorite subject and is looking forward to starting the next chapter in her life. Kevin Fleming, CTV News, Calgary.
Making friends can be a challenge at any age, even for 20-year-old Ethan Brooks.
Because in my childhood, I had a tough time kind of connecting and doing the activities I loved.
The young entrepreneur from Breslau grew up in the age of apps, people making connections left and right. But in the romantic sense, he saw a gap when it came to any platonic connections.
So I wanted to create a platform for people who share similar interests as me, and for people who also share the same issues, which I've experienced previously.
That's where Friendly Connections comes in. The online platform lets people pick a friend, a contractor for Friendly Connections, who has a list of interests and preferred activities. Then the customer pays that contractor an hourly rate to hang out with them.
For the first time, it was a little bit of,
I can say hesitant. I was like hesitated, but yes, after first meeting, it was awesome.
Essen Solman offers up his services as a friend. He works full-time in the local tech sector and does this on the side, saying he also benefits as a contractor.
Sometimes people actually hire us for just the conversation about technology or business or, you know, things like that.
Customer Chris Hodgins says Friendly Connections helped with his pickup hockey team who needed an extra player in a pinch.
It was very short notice. They want him to play full-time now.
He says the service can help people like him who are maybe at a different stage in life.
And I find our age group too, look, a lot of my friends now have young families and they're just super busy with their kids playing sports.
When it comes to making sure connections remain friendly and the platform isn't abused for inappropriate purposes, the CEO says there are protections in place.
For safety reasons, we are limited to 18+ platform. Our contractors are vetted through a background check and interview process.
Both contractor and customer can chat before meeting up through the site to make sure they are both comfortable. If any rules are broken, either party can be banned from using the service, with the focus always on making a friend and never feeling alone. Spencer Turcotte, CTV News, Kitchener.
Idols. Who was number one idol for you guys?
Shaffleberg. Just unbelievable. Come here, Jake.
You're good.
The only thing you get from me was the hair.
And the emotional side.
Emotions ran high at the Wanderers grounds Tuesday as Nova Scotia's Jacob Shaffleberg represented Canada for the first time on homegrown soil.
Unbelievable it is. Just from Port Williams, Nova Scotia, just unbelievable.
It was cool. I mean, I've kind of had that bit of applause when I played here a long time ago, so it kind of brought back some memories, but coming back with wearing the Canadian national team jersey is a much different feeling and a lot more pride.
For wife Robin and his 9-month-old daughter Daisy, this moment was special.
It's amazing to see the support for sure. It's kind of funny when he told me when we first met he played soccer, I was like, okay. Like, I played volleyball in high school. Like, why are you telling me this? Like, I didn't understand kind of the magnitude of what he meant that by, and now, like, seeing everyone and their support for him, it's like crazy.
Over 2,500 people showed up for Team Canada's open practice.
I probably signed about 400 Shaffleberg jerseys, and you know, we obviously knew how popular Jacob is in this region. They should be very proud of him. We're really pleased with his overall performances and development, and we're excited to keep pushing him and keep preparing him for the World Cup next summer.
With Canada co-hosting the World Cup for the first time, 2026 will be a milestone year for the local soccer star.
Are you excited for World Cup? I'm like, I'll have another one as well by then. So I'm 5 months pregnant with our little boy.
Oh
so yeah,
gosh, congratulations.
I know I'm gonna have my hands full at those games, or I'm gonna have to maybe you go hang out with Nanny.
Even with dad duties, he still manages to inspire the next generation.
Just working hard, I guess, making the most of my opportunities, and just being humble, and just remember where I'm from, and trying to make Port Williams and Nova Scotia super proud.
Getting signatures.
Play soccer?
Yeah, we play soccer. That we were in the
That's her name. It's so special to me now, especially like since having her, to see everyone like chanting Shaffleberg.
The question on everyone's mind: do those genetics run in the family?
He didn't get the speed from me.
No?
Anyway, we love him.
Were you a good soccer player in your day, though?
I always, no.
Brianne Foley, CTV News, Halifax.
Howdy. My name is Rob Higgins, known to my friends in the country music world as Higgy.
Welcome to my little writing studio. This is where I work on all the music and write it. A lot of stuff in here that means a lot to me. Just kind of gives me a good vibe on writing.
After networking with Caesars Windsor officials, Rob Higgins got an unexpected email.
You know, hey, here's this opportunity. Were you guys available? And it was like, yeah, let me check with the guys. And it took like 10 seconds, right, to get back to them. So we're like, yeah, we're ready, man. So it's we're very excited and can't wait.
On Thursday night, he and his bandmates will take the stage opening up for Alabama.
I'm in a hurry to get things done. Oh, I rush until life's no fun.
And they're legendary. Like, they've won more awards and sold more albums than any country band ever. So to walk on a stage with a band like that, it's a magical opportunity for us. Like,
watch on this heart of mine.
He credits part of the success to his original songwriting.
There's some that are emotional that, you write for people that maybe aren't around anymore, and there's some that maybe everyone called This Old Bar about closing Coco Pelli's back in the day that everybody used to go to. So, going through life, having kids, going through good times, bad times, all this kind of stuff adds different perspectives to life. And if you can write about that and connect with somebody else, then that's kind of a cool connection.
A cool connection he hopes to make with 5,000 people in the stands.
I can't wait for one more night, one more sleep.
A ribbon-cutting ceremony typically marks the start of something new. Hundreds gathered at Fanshaw College to officially open the first military-connected crosswalk in Canada.
It's a symbol of the fantastic support that Fanshaw College provides to military-connected students.
The college says this is an opportunity to highlight the unique needs of students, veterans, and their families.
We can assist them in their learning journey to allow them to achieve their goals and their aims.
Hugh Purdon, a member of the Canadian Armed Forces, says he hopes the crosswalk will bring the community and the military closer together.
It really becomes a whole society approach. Anything like that is an added benefit, especially to those people in uniform.
He says it is important for military-connected individuals to further their education.
Many of our soldiers are going through school in some way, shape, or form. So balancing that personal and academic and military professional lifestyle is often difficult with the many demands that you have.
Mayor Josh Morgan was also in attendance. He said initiatives like this one are important now more than ever, given ongoing tension between Canada and the United States.
I'm the mayor of a city where I get to go to City Hall and cast votes in a free and open democratic society, and that didn't just happen. That happened based on the sacrifices of those who have served in our armed forces, and it's protected and ongoing today by those who continue to serve.
The crosswalk is located at the entrance of Fanshaw College Boulevard. Lauren Stallone, CTV News.
While 16-year-old Isabella Potvin is no stranger when it comes to riding ATVs, she says she's learning a lot about ATV safety in this course offered by her high school. Choices like wearing a helmet and not riding impaired.
If you're not sober, you can't think as quickly because squatting has a lot of quick thinking, like if you're going over a bump or if you're going through a big puddle or something, it's so easy for something to happen, so you should have a clear mind. It's important to wear a helmet because if you fall, if you fall off a quad, you can severely hurt your head.
16-year-old Noah Burns says learning about ATV safety is important for teenagers, especially with the growing popularity of the recreational activity.
It's kind of like a roller coaster. You could end up being, rolled over or even in a pond or something. But safely driving these things at a young age builds experience to be safe and not end up in those situations.
The course was offered by the MNRF, the Rainbow District School Board, and the Greater Sudbury Police Service.
Our complaints for ATVs are very high lately, so it's nice to have that interaction with them. Make them aware that it's nice to see them on the ATVs, driving the ATVs, but we want to make sure they do it safely and accordingly to the local legislations and the bylaws to try to reduce some of the risk involved.
We're able to fund this program through Specialist High Skills major programs as well as experiential learning, which really aims at taking students outside the four walls of a traditional classroom to apply their learning in a hands-on environment.
The partners involved in the course say they hope by instilling ATV safety values in young people, it will help them enjoy a lifetime of fun on the trails. Alana Everson, CTV News, Valparaiso.
The sound of music and the smell of the open grill fills the air around Dr. Brass School in Yorkton. The Culture and History Day is back, celebrating Métis culture.
Elders come from the whole region and all the youth that are coming from all different schools, so they're all together here today, and the elders are teaching the youth, and the youth are learning from the elders, so I hope this continues on in all the schools that they go back to.
It's their second time organizing the event. Interest is so high that this year they had to limit the number of students.
So I just started here, and it was the First Nations had a powwow and a round dance, but there was no Métis culture in the school division, so we started a Métis Day last year.
They were expecting close to 900 students. Those attending had a chance to try their hand at a variety of fun activities related to Métis culture.
We have some elders, Métis elders, baking bannock on over a fire, and we have soup and bullet soup and bannock as well for sampled meals and blueberry pudding. And then games, everything from nail pounding to axe throwing, log sawing, leg wrestling.
The mayor of Yorkton says it's important to highlight different cultures, especially with National Indigenous Peoples Day fast approaching.
I love it. I honestly appreciate everybody that puts together events in our city, brings people together, and this is just a fantastic event. Seeing all the children at the different stations doing the different activities is really great. So thanks to the volunteers that make it happen.
Dr. Brass School is proud of their event and hopes to bring it back for many more years to come. Fruzina de Kloot, CTV News, Yorkton.
Georgian Bay is known for its beauty, and that motif is what the Meaford Hall Art Gallery is celebrating. The more than 150-year-old historic landmark is presenting the Georgian Bay Muse exhibition, a collection of more than 20 artists who have been inspired by the allure of the Georgian Bay waters and landscapes. The pieces explore a number of styles, mediums, sizes, and relationships with the bay that holds a shared value with all who've experienced that magic.
A common thread is the idea of preservation and wanting to keep the bay here pristine for future generations, which I definitely am on board with, and appreciate that as a group, as a society, we seem to be having the same plan or idea.
You can enjoy the Georgian Bay Muse at the Meaford Hall Gallery until the end of June.
Dan Taylor was visiting the U.S. a couple decades ago when he first spotted a dinosaur outside a gas station.
And then I realized it was a whole chain of gas stations. And it just kind of blew me away.
Dino gasoline. Since its commercials were black and white, Sinclair Gas's mascot has been a colorful dinosaur.
I thought, it's kind of cool. Maybe everyone should kind of have a dinosaur at some point.
But first, Dan had to meet Alex Whitman. And after he said hi to her at a cousin's wedding, neither wanted to say goodbye.
Talked the whole night and just had a fun conversation.
Although she lived in the U.S., he started handwriting her letters, which led to cross-border visits. And then Dan proposed.
I said, I think you're the one too. And then he flew down and we eloped.
Eventually, they staged a more traditional ceremony and had a couple kids. The only thing missing was a gas station dinosaur.
But it's impossible to get a hold of one.
Although Dan had tried everything he could to buy one for decades, he didn't know Alex was secretly doing the same, and finally did.
And amazingly, it fit exactly in my car. And the tail comes around and is like pointing here, and I'm like, oh, please don't get in a car accident.
After avoiding a prehistoric impaling, Alex staged an unforgettable Father's Day surprise.
It blew me away. I was just like, I felt amazed and loved.
Dan and Alex's kids gave them names. This is Gerald, while the one with the mustache is Maurice.
When we're dead and gone, our kids aren't going to want, china or glassware. They're going to want the dinosaurs.
Before they moved, their old neighbors begged for Gerald and Maurice to stay because they proved to be such a Jurassic spark for creating community.
There's a lady that took a walk every day and petted the dinosaurs.
This used to get decorated at Christmas, Easter bunny ears.
People with their kids would come by and sit on the dinosaur.
After they recently arrived in Canada, Dan surprised his colleagues by bringing Gerald to work, and now hope their new neighbors also find these driveway denizens dynamite.
I think it's important to get joy out of where you find it and whatever it is. And if it is a big blue dinosaur, impart joy onto others by doing that for other folks.
Adam Sawatsky, CTV News, Victoria.